Thank you, Sanam, and thank you to all of the members who are joining this, and thank you, UNSC, for this opportunity. My name is Wahidur Rahman, and I come from Kashmir, which is the Indian administered Kashmir. So it's been a year of, when Indian government abrogated the special status of Jammu and Kashmir state. I have been under detention for 6 months and then under house arrest for another 6 months, a year under detention I have been. And I'm talking to you today from my house, which is, I have been put under house arrest. And it's a huge risk, but I'm taking this risk to trying to talk to you and to tell the world about the realities that are happening on the ground here. So unfortunately, Kashmir saw the longest lockdown, not just COVID lockdown, but also a political lockdown, and with the world's longest internet blockade as well. So at a time when world is suffering with pandemics, there's COVID going on, you need improved communication. I'm talking to you with a 2G internet connection, not that we have a high-speed internet available here because of the political blockade. Unfortunately, Kashmir is a place which has been in dispute between the whole, nuclear countries, India, Pakistan, China. They are all hostile and nuclear countries, and there's a lot of animosity being there. It's one of the oldest conflict unresolved, and the peace building has been one of the biggest challenges in this region. So coming to the Secretary General's reminder that the Secretary General reminded the world that the fury of virus illustrates the folly of war. It's time to put armed conflict in lockdown. For Kashmir and entire South Asia, this is the only path to our collective survival. This is not the war that can be won by force. We need to silence guns and open the doors of dialogue and diplomacy. But I've been personally working with young people. I'm a democracy activist, supporting the democracy and deepening the process of democracy among young people in Kashmir. So the moment in a democracy dissent is important. The moment we dissented, we were put in jail and detained. And hundreds like activists, as my party president, who was also the former chief minister of the state, is also happens to be a lady and the first and the last chief minister of this state. She's also continues to be under detention. So we did a lot of work on women empowerment through democracy, a lot of work on the youth empowerment through democracy, involving young people in democracy, especially the women in terms of equitable development of women, inclusive sports, education programs, deepening the process of democracy among the women. Not just that, we did one of the landmark decisions of our government, which I was part of. It was encouraging how women, on all land holdings which belong, or the properties which belong to women, or if a woman buys property in this region, there are no government charges, no stamp duties. That was an idea we created, try to involve women in all ways. But there has been a trauma on our mothers and sisters living in a conflict. You saw your houses getting destroyed, you saw lockdowns, you saw people getting killed from state and non-state actors. All this adds to the trauma